Welcome back to the CyberpowerPC Extreme Series. This is the Rocket League Invitational, of course, brought to you by CyberpowerPC. I'm LeafX, and with me is James Bott. We've seen so many great matches today, and we've seen just specifically just now, Hollywood Hammers make a statement for themselves. They are making their name known, but they're not the ones that are up next. We have Renegades versus Allegiance. This is an elimination match. Both of these teams are fighting right now to stay alive and get a chunk of that $5,000 prize pool. Renegades, Allegiance, James Bott. I'm going to look at the predictions here, but early on, what are your thoughts on this match?
I definitely think this is a tough one, because both of these teams struggled in their first series of the day. Renegades got swept by Ghost 3-0. G2 beat Allegiance 3-1. Bluey is from Europe. He's subbing in for Lucian on Allegiance. Garrett subbing in for Dapper on Renegades. This one is a tough one to call. I mean, if we're gonna go by ping alone, I would go with Renegades. You know, they're at least all in the United States, or North America rather. Timmy is from Canada, but I would probably go with them.
You're gonna go with that? Oh, I'm gonna tell you what the chat went with. The chat, they're on your side. Chat went 80% on Renegades over Team Allegiance. 80% is that's hefty. You'd think it'd be maybe a little bit closer, but you're right. And you know, maybe it's just again, Renegades. They got it was Garrett filling in there for them, right? So it's you know, that's maybe just a lot of people saying, hey, we can see the Garrett G pull out on top, and he was making some great plays, almost again getting that dribble ceiling double tap shot that we saw before.
But hey, man, almost and close. That only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. In Rocket League, you got to score. Otherwise, it means nothing.
That's true. That's true. But at the same time, I like to see that he's trying that stuff, and that could work out for them coming into this best of 5. But it is elimination again. Someone's going home here, and do we see either one of these teams in the last Cyberpower?
I don't know if Renegades was in it, or
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's a good question. But the prize pool is $5,000. Somebody asked in chat. $5,000. $2,500 to first place. Is that correct?
For first place is $2,500. Yeah, check and see it here. $7,500. Wow, third place gets a lot of money. $750 for third place, and then you can see $750 for second there. So yeah, a good chunk for first place there. And that's definitely what you want to be aiming for.
Absolutely, but all these teams in these matches, if they lose, they're going to get zilch, zero, nada. This is an elimination match. This is the last elimination match that we'll see today before we go back into the upper bracket where we see Cloud9 play again. But I think we should get into the action. What do you say, Leaf?
I'd be down for getting into this action. Now it's up to the players.
And I see Dapper in the lobby as well. So we might see Garrett G, Dapper, and Moses. So that's a little bit of a roster.
That's true. All right, guys.
If you're gonna change your predictions, now's the time.
Yeah, absolutely is the time to do it. Get them in, because once they hit the field, they're done. You can't predict anymore. And there are prizes on the line. You guys have already seen it before. The prizes, you get a lot of swag from CyberpowerPC just for making predictions. We'll have the leaderboards later, hopefully if they're updated by the end of our today's stream. But of course, we'll have the final results at the end of tomorrow's stream of who won that. Make sure you get your predictions in. It goes over the whole 2 days. You have to be predicting every game. You don't want to miss any of these. And you got to get them, right. Or just hope everyone else gets them wrong. Then you can get a couple wrong at the same time. But again, a lot of you guys are on the side of Renegades. I think a couple people may be going either just the fans of Allegiance or hoping to go for those upsets. I guess for Allegiance, they do have Bluey, as we said, the EU sub in there right now. So we will have that ping to deal with. It looks a little better than it was before in our series in the upper bracket, though.
Yes, but now Dapper, the king.
Yeah, we got Dap G.
The 1v1 god. Yeah, Dap G together again. So I'm excited to see that.
Game number 1 of an elimination match. Allegiance versus Renegades. As already a goal going in for Allegiance, making chat kind of get a little worried.
Well, to be fair, that was a great pass from Bluey. Down to Seabass, and Seabass in game number 1 scored a hat trick. Game number 2 scored a hat trick. So Seabass is a scoring machine, and he opens up the scoring for Allegiance.
Now, if you can get Bluey setting up plays for him like that, this is going to be a scary situation here for Renegades. If they allow those plays to develop, although they're going to get an answer themselves. Dapper just making sure that one goes in there. Moses going to grab the assist on that. No one home. 2 people in the corner and a demo. Means no one from Allegiance is stopping that one.
That's just a sweet, sweet play for Dapper. He gets a little bit of oil and boost and stuff all over his windshield from the demo, and he gets the goal. Feels good, man. And I mean, I guess, do you think boost is a liquid? It kind of looks like a liquid to me.
I think it'd be a gas. Like, I think the boost is a liquid in the RC car, but then it turns into a gas, obviously, when it's used.
I mean, like, when it's burned.
Yeah. Is it burned, or is it just, like, magic?
That's a good question, man. I think that's too deep of a question for us to contemplate. Right?
According to my theory, the cars are living things.
Oh, man, I don't want to hear your theories. Not on this. Not again.
All right, we'll leave that for another time. As both teams tied up in the first minute of gameplay, we're back to where we started. Garrett couldn't get that read there. He'll wait upfield, though, for a pass. Moses will try to get it to him. There's Garrett off the backboard, stopped out by Bluey. 50-50 in favor of Garrett. He can get another touch, but Ty's going to wait patiently and then just throw himself out of the play. What is going on here for Allegiance?
It looked like Bluey. It looked like Bluey was in the net, and he just misreads this one horribly. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And then Ty out of position. Dapper just had to hit it off the wall, and Moses was ready to clean it up. So misplay from Bluey in net leading to that one. And he had 140 ping for the last series we saw him in. Now he's down to 116, 120, so it's a little better, but still not great.
There's a shot, though. A little more power, and that would have found the back of the net. Maybe placed a little bit more to the left. Moses was able to get the touch out, though. See you later, alligator. Louis takes Moses out of the play. Trying to find themselves another scoring chance here as they are down a goal. Oh, nice what play. A touch to the far side. Moses finding himself on offense now. Grabbed himself a second goal.
Seabass trying to get the clear. Garrett, he cut that play off and put it right over to Moses, who just launches it right into the net. Again, good team play coming out from Renegades. All of their goals have been assisted so far. Just putting the pressure onto Allegiance, looking good.
Up from C-Base. Bass.
You're going to keep doing that? Really?
I'm going to keep... I haven't... It's like just years of saying base.
You never said bass.
Well, I don't fish, right? So I'm not like...
I don't fish either.
Oh, get it, Garrett! Get her done! Garrett drops her in.
Moment. Yeah, oh my Garrett moment here. Picks up the full boost. Goes up for this double tap. He was up so quickly. Wonderfully done by Garrett G.
Ty calling the nice shot himself on that one. It was good. Nice pass up to Moses. Seabass will get it. Upfield, Dapper to Garrett. Almost trying to get that Dap G 2v2 play going on there. Moses was just waiting patiently. Let them work their magic up the field. Ooh, a miss there from Dapper's gonna be a chance. Seabass, we know we can score.
Ooh.
Garrett will seal that away off the backboard.
Yeah, he had to break that play up. Oh, and another close call. Moses doing a good job getting back, keeping that one out.
Yeah, Moses has been on both sides of the field. 2 great saves from him so far. As well as 2 goals on the other end of the field. making himself a presence here. Oh, Dapper takes that one underneath. The read not coming out properly there from Allegiance. And Renegades will grab a 5th goal.
Yeah, and look at that. Blue is expecting Dapper to shoot it higher, but Dapper, again, flipping upside down, using his wheels and actually shooting it low, surprising Bluey. And that one's going to go in.
Well, and you can see how close it was too. The trail turned orange, meaning Bluey did get a touch on it and got the last touch on it. It was just out of his reach. Now
and we're
5-1.
seeing very one-sided games.
Yeah.
We saw Hammers destroying Rogue. Now we're seeing in game number 1, Renegades just destroy. Well, as I say it, they start to come back a little bit.
Well, we'll see. Again, we've also seen one scoreline not necessarily mean or indicate how the entire series is going to play out.
Very true. That was a very good pass by Bluey, though. Just driving right underneath the ball, popping that up.
Last 40 seconds of gameplay here. 3 goals down. Allegiance can still bring it back. They can still get a couple goals. At least keep it close. Feeling good going into game number 2. Off the backboard, Ty a little bit impatient. Got himself up into the play. And now Garrett G trying to
shoot it to the side. Garrett G trying to be a little fancy, and maybe he just wants the game to end.
I'm going to go with that was a little bit of a mistouch. And there it is. Another goal, consolation. Keeping it a little bit closer. It feels good.
That's
feels
a hat
good
trick.
for Legion.
Bluey almost got that pretty neat double tap. But in the end, it bounces out into the middle for Seabass, who was awaiting and gets his hat trick. And that's also 3 assists for Bluey, so he gets a Playmaker award.
There it is. Game number 1 going. Over to Renegades. As the Dap G combo looking strong, but honestly, Moses also doing a very good job on the field from both ends of the spectrum. Saves and, of course, the offense. All 3 getting involved, and I like to see it. They looked very, very comfortable with each other, very comfortable on the field. And Team Allegiance sort of got a little bit back at the end, but again, it's just Seabass, the only one scoring goals for their team in almost all the games they've played.
Yeah, and some big goals for Moses, too. I thought Moses played really well this game. Garrett G doing a good job passing to his teammates as well. And again, he's a sub. A lot of people are asking if Garrett G is now on Renegades. No, he's not. You can see NRG, the logo, in his name still. He's still a part of NRG. So we do just see a few subs in, helping out. But Moses, I thought, played very, very well. Garrett as well, playing well. Had that nasty double tap where he launched it up, jumped, and read it off the backboard. So we'll see if they can keep that going here in game number 2. But game number 1 looked pretty heavily in favor of Renegades. So we'll see how it plays out.
You're right. Again, but Hollywood Hammers looked weak in their first game too, but then really turned it around. We'll see if Allegiance can somehow pull out the same kind of story for themselves. But as I mentioned before, Renegades looking very comfortable on the field right now. These 3, a good synergy. We'll see if they can keep it up. Elimination series, not game yet, but this is an elimination series. Someone is going home by the end of this best of 5, and right now, Allegiance sitting down 1-0 in the series.
See if the offense is just too much to handle. We saw Bluey make a pretty big mistake there that let Renegades score. In the end, it was only a 2-goal differential, but I definitely think that was because Renegades, rather, RNG, not NRG, let off the gas a little bit at the end.
Now a minute in, Allegiance trying to get possession of it. It's going to go back their own end. Blue will try to get 50 there. He won't. He'll have to back off for boost. It might be in a rough spot now on defense here. There's Seabass, who's got 3 people
2v1
moving upfield. Just plays it slow. Can't force it past. Garrett G does slam that one just a bit right to the post there. There's another chance though off the post, and there it is. Seabass would get again 4 goals in 2 games for his team.
Moses needed to get a better clear. Bluey just coming in, punishing Moses for that, puts it off the backboard, and Seabass is there. Seabass scoring pretty much every single goal for Team Allegiance.
Almost another shot there for Allegiance. Stopped out by Dapper. Moses playing his time here to allow his teammates to catch up to him. Good 50 by Ty. Keeps that from going towards the net. They tried to get a wave dash there. He missed it. Dapper now with a chance to set that up for a teammate. Gets a demo as well. And there it is. As a result, the pass, the demo. Dapper sets it up and his teammates finish.
Dapper just hungry for blood.
Ooh,
he just
drives
right in there and goes up the wall. Oh my, Dapper, you savage.
He's got hacks on. How do you track that?
It's a heat-seeking missile.
Incredible play from Dapper. Now they're tied up. As Renegades sit in their own end waiting to move this play upfield, although they go up a little bit too early, almost. D-tap there, no, overcommitting there from Allegiance. That should be a goal. Moses can't cut it in time. Dapper tries to finish it off. There's still a chance here. Moses, with no one left in net, is going to finish it off.
I was thinking Moses was going to get the goal the first time around. Now, just driving around, getting as many pads as he could, gets that right by Seabass, and now a 1-goal lead for the Renegades. They're trying to pull away.
See if they can pull away. They had a much higher separation in scores for goals there in the last series. 2.5 minutes is approaching in game number 2. Renegades are in the lead, but not by much.
Has anyone other than Seabass scored in this series so far? I mean, it's only game 2.
For his team, no.
Seabass, the lone scorer.
He has all 4 goals for his team, and I wish I was tracking it.
Me too. I could use the help.
He has a lot of goals. I do know that he's scored all 4 goals for his team in this series, though. Nice pass over to Seabass, almost finishing that one. That's the right man. That's the guy you want to find. Bluey had the right idea.
Close one. I thought he could have gotten there. And now's a chance. He just dunks that one in. Seabass has been the man all day long for Allegiance. Ty gets that 50-50 win, and then Seabass comes in and gets a dunk of his own, tying it up with just 2 minutes left on the clock.
Goal after goal after goal. If it's going in the net, you know the name Seabass is going to be attached to it.
You got it right that time too, man.
I made sure. I had to think about it for a second. Good backboard touch by Moses. By his teammates. Time to come back. A shot there. Bluey trying to get his name on the scoreboard here.
Trying to do a style too. Trying to get the ceiling shot. That might pinch in. Up the post and crossbar.
That was so close. Nobody is allowed to score if you're not. Both Ty and Bluey both tried there. But you're not Seabass. You can't do it. There's a force field.
Yeah. Apparently only Seabass knows the magic word.
He's got an in with Renegades. Oh, and there it is. Oh, all 3 of them try, and the only one successful is Seabass, and they grab themselves a lead with 1:18 left.
Yeah. Another Seabass hat trick. Would you look at that? And that was a hard shot off a great Ty clear. Ty cleared it right over to him and allowed Seabass to get that much on the shot. So all around good passing play from Ty and Seabass.
Can he get another one? He's going for the second tap to get the pass out. Ty at least 50s that one to buy a little more time so it didn't fly down to their end.
Seabass has to be the lead goal scorer after today.
Oh, there's a chance for Bluey! No, he misses that double tap here. Ty, again, can't get it.
It's the curse.
That's what it is. You can't. You need to send Seabass. They are still in the lead, though, with 40 seconds left. And there it is. Oh, no, just so close. Dapper. And Bluey again.
Off the post.
So close, just off the post there, just wide. They are still in the lead. We have Renegades trying to play catch up now. In the last 20 seconds. This could be a chance, though. Dapper gets blocked out.
Allegiance has been putting all the pressure on, though. There's really been nothing on the offensive side of the ball for Renegades. They have just been trying to keep the ball out of net.
And with that, all three are going to move back, and that's going to drop Allegiance. Taking game number 2, GG, and once again, D-Bass, what the heck, man? Give your teammates the magic words. You guys could have some more goals.
Yeah, he's putting them in the back of the net, but Ty did have that great pass to him. So
Oh,
Allegiance
absolutely.
and even Bluey putting on the pressure, trying to get these double taps, going for these crazy shots, are forcing Renegades to use up all that boost to just try to keep that first shot out. But Seabass, he has been on, he's been playing on another level compared to his teammates when it comes to scoring. He really is putting on a show right now. Multiple hat tricks. I think this might be his 4th game with a hat trick. It's at least his 3rd game, but maybe even his 4th game where he scored a hat trick. So he is just stepping up.
Yeah, incredible. I got to point out, too, that 2 of their players are actually playing with around 100 ping or over. So to still be able to come out on top.
It's the West Coast curse, man.
Yeah.
I have to live with it.
You got
too. Dapper's not even on the West Coast anymore. He's in Arizona, and he still almost has 100 ping. It's hard.
Dapper internet, please.
It is hard.
It's almost as bad as Canadian internet.
Hey, man, it's not even the speed of your internet. It's just low distance to the server.
That's valid. That's valid. But I mean, they're still running it right now against Renegades.
They are even getting slapped in game number 1. I was thinking it might be a quick 3-0 in favor of Renegades, but nope. Allegiance bounced right back.
Yeah, the pressure was just, I think, something Renegades just didn't have against them in game number 1, and they had a little more space, but now Renegades know that they're going to have a bit more of an aggressive team to face off against here. Great pass! What an incredible pass there. No finish, though, as there were 2 defenders. Moses couldn't find the back of the net. A read attempt there from Garrett. Dapper will send that to Moses. He sends one off the backward. And Renegades struggling to find any real chances to put that ball in the net. The defense from Allegiance still holding on fairly strong here. And as I say it, Garrett G's going to find a hole.
Yeah, Garrett G finds a hole, but this was thanks to Dapper coming in and putting that right out to him. Garrett in the mid waiting. So a stellar pass there from Dapper sets up Garrett for that shot. And a quick lead for Renegades here in the first minute.
Allegiance rushing back. Bluey will get boosted up. Make a little kiss with Ty there. It's well, that was awkward. Seabass left alone here while Bluey and Ty have a makeout session.
And even the shot from Moses, I was not expecting. I didn't think that had enough juice on it to get by that final defender. But Moses taking advantage of that misplay by Ty and Bluey and beats out Seabass in the net. Now a 2-goal lead for Renegades. We'll see if they start extending the lead like they did in game 1. What, they scored 5 in game 1, I believe?
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
it was
3 in the first minute and a half.
Yeah, and it had been 5-3 in game number 1. Yeah, that was just a misfortunate situation, or unfortunate situation there, as D-Bass missed that wall touch, and that allowed that ball to just go right back out to a Renegade player.
Yeah, Garrett G putting it off the wall, Moses putting it off the wall. By that time, all the defenders were out of net, and it was just an easy cleanup goal for Dapper.
Control on the wall from Seabass. He did need some help from Bluey, though. It's a good thing he was there. Bluey recognizing. Oh, Dapper keeps it low. Defender's like, I don't know where this is going to go.
Moses just challenging that ball even if Ty didn't hit it, Moses would have, and it would have bounced straight up off the ceiling as well. And it looks like Seabass might have even gotten bumped a little bit by Moses there. But Dapper went low. That was a smart play from Dapper to go low.
Good flick from Ty. Is there a follow-up from a teammate, though? No. Looking a lot more like game number 1. Renegades took the first one. We had Allegiance make the changes they needed to win game number 2, but now it's up to Renegades to make their changes, and they most certainly have. Turned the pace up quite a bit here. Although that might be a chance. Keep the dream alive for Allegiance. Ty recognizing the whiff on defense from Renegades. Keeps the pressure on. There's a long shot. Push to the side, of course. Seabass will do.
Good win there from Moses. It's going to bounce straight down.
Straight down.
Ooh, that was a little lucky there. Garrett in position to punch that one in, but Ty was able to keep that one out of net somehow. Good center ball.
Yeah.
Just time.
There's the third.
So we're seeing some really good utilization of the backboard by Renegades to just beat out one defender at a time until it's an easy cleanup.
2 minutes left now. The Renegades sitting themselves with a nice, pretty 4 goals. Allegiance yet to answer. It is 1-1 in the series. Winning this for Renegades would put them at match point. Winning that then would eliminate Allegiance. Whoever loses this series is going home out of the CyberpowerPC tournament.
And the one European to play would go out first. That might be a record.
Yeah. Maybe not the record you want.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Europe always manages to make it till the end.
We got numbers on our side for NA on this one.
Yeah, we just need we've got the servers on our side.
Yeah, that's true. Almost a chance here. Renegades starting to style a bit as they move on offense. They all move back as Allegiance gets control there. What's Garrett gonna do?
Oh, chance for Moses, and he clears it. Dapper was also in position for that. I think Dapper probably had a better chance at finishing than Moses there. So the communication, not perfect for Renegades.
That forced all 3 players to save that one. An incredible shot coming from Sky High. Seabass, can you get it? At least 1 goal for your team. We did see them lose 5-3, but the spread wasn't this big before. 4 goal difference. Words aren't my friend today.
And 7 years ago. But really, it has been impressive to see Seabass putting in so many shots. However, no one else on Allegiance seems to have what it takes to put in a goal except, I mean, even there, Ty wasn't able to put that one in. So this shutout heavily in favor of Renegades. Seems like they might be closing it out this last game, and Garrett closing out this game in style.
Where was Garrett? Garrett was pre-jumping that so hard. Oh my goodness. He was up before that ball even like passed midfield.
He's just having fun, man. He was already up in the air just waiting for it. That's just one of those, hey, it's 0 seconds. I'm just going to jump up in the air, and if, if the ball comes to me, it does. And it did. So that was totally calculated.
What a great calculated read from him. But yeah, no, incredible play from Renegades. Looking scary for Allegiance. They're at match point now to be eliminated from the tournament.
And shut out in this game. 5 goals in favor of Renegades. This is now the 2nd time in this series where they've put 5 goals in.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to be a very telling game number 4 with Allegiance. They're back, as we like to say, to the wall. They're on the brink of elimination.
I mean, if it keeps the trend that we saw so far, it went Renegades, Allegiance, Renegades. Allegiance should have this next one. We did see a pretty dominating force from Renegades in the first one, so I'm not gonna say Allegiance doesn't have a chance in this next one because they did pull back game number 2, so they have every chance to win this next one if they just lost a lot of that pressure that they had in game number 2. thusly giving up this last point to Renegades.
Yeah, and someone else for Allegiance needs to step up. Seabass, he has been the scorer, the only scorer, literally, for Allegiance in this series. So we need to see Bluey and Ty maybe make a solo play to get Allegiance an early lead, because Renegades just shut them out, and they scored 5, so it was a battery.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Let that sink in for a moment. No one has scored in this series yet except Seabass for his team. And I think he's gotten like 6 or 9 goals. "30 seconds in. And the Renegades are already starting up an attack. This is what Allegiance needs to watch out for. They need to be ready for these counterattacks. They need to be ready to move back downfield as quickly as possible. And here's an assault.
Good defense from Garrett there. Jumping up early, just denying all angles for Bluey. And a pinch almost going in. That would have been a tough pill to swallow.
Bluey to keep that one away. There's a pass out to Seabass. Their team's goal scorer. Couldn't sink that one. That's going to go straight down, but not on target. Wouldn't have been a scoring opportunity anyways, had the defender not been there. There's pop out. Seabass to follow this one up. They got Garrett and Dapper back, though. Likely not to score. Good passing plays off the backboard. Ty committing for some reason. Throws himself in an awkward spot. 11 boost. He's going to need help from his teammates here in moving this ball past the midfield.
Some fancy moves by Garrett.
An onslaught now from Renegades. They can't find the back of the net yet, but I think eventually this wall is going to break on the side of Allegiance. They finally move on to offense. Can they keep it up is the question. No, they're going to have to back out. Bluey hunting Dapper.
The boost respawned right as Garrett drove under it. That was pretty fortunate.
Seabass trying to get physical. They know that they have to make some sort of moves now, as they are at elimination point. Awkward in the corner again. This time, who was making out this time? Seabass got jealous and says, "My turn with Bluey."
Yeah, tied just too late to the scene. Moses is going to come in and pounce on that one, and this one was a lot closer of a game so far. This one pretty neck and neck. 4 shots to 6 in favor of Renegades, and now Seabass answers right back.
Wow. That was quick. So many times you see kickoff goals be scored within the first, like, 4 seconds.
And he had to, did he jump over Dapper there?
Yeah, he made sure. I don't know how he knew that he was coming.
It's called game sense, Leaf. Game sense. He jumped over the demo from Dapper and got that finish. What a heads-up play from Seabass, and he knocks another one between posts.
Whoa! Okay, Garrett. Just follows that one through perfectly. That was like butter as it rolls up the corner there.
And Ty, I wonder if he had no boost. He had boost left to make that play, just didn't react quick enough, and Garrett's going to take advantage of that. It was a good touch from him, rolling it up the wall to give himself a chance at that. Garrett G solo play.
I'd like to see some more of those. Makes them look good. 2 minutes left now. Allegiance down
and that's
by
Garrett
1
with
goal.
2 T's, by the way, not just one.
Garrett.
Garrett.
Don't forget the all-important G.
Yeah, that is at the end. 1 G at the end.
Capital. Oh, nice pass from Seabass. Don't finish, though. That defender on Renegades did see that one coming.
You just said 1 G in chat.
What? Uh-oh.
But we're approaching the final minute.
Yeah, what? Almost an incredible play there, sorry. As Allegiance still down by 1, they need to get a goal, or they're going to be eliminated now. They are at match point, 2-1 for Renegades. As Renegades looking to just finally finish off the series, move on in the bracket, and move on to day number 2 of the CyberpowerPC Invitational. There's a shot just on Bluey, might be able to finish it. No, and they both commit. Ty tries to keep it in, allow his teammates to get some more boost at midfield. Ty just rushing and doing his best to keep that dream alive.
Definitely a scary moment there for Renegades. It seemed like Allegiance was finally going to put one past their defense, but now just approaching that 10 seconds remaining warning, we're going to see Renegades about to close this out.
Yeah, they have to make a move right now. Dapper just trying to kill some time. Although Moses only went back. A chance, no. They get stopped out, and with that, that is going to likely touch the ground here unless Allegiance can keep it up. They can't, and Renegades are going to move on. Allegiance is going home, out of the tournament. Sayonara. Very close, though. They kept that last game very close. Renegades, though, a couple blowout games, 5-3, and then a 6-0 or a 5-0. 5-0, yeah.
5-3, then a 5-0 game number. This final game 4, though, was very close all the way until the end. Garrett G, that solo play, that was the difference maker. None of the goals in this final one were assisted, so all solo plays making it happen. Seabass, again, the only player on Allegiance to put in a goal. Renegades, they did enough to get by Allegiance on this one, and Allegiance, they got knocked down into the RLCS or RLRS. Renegades, they retained their spot in the RLCS, and now we see a little bit of a similar story. Renegades moving on until tomorrow in the Invitational, whereas Allegiance, they are done.
Yeah, and that's it for them. They're out. 2 teams eliminated today on day number 1. We're not done yet, though. We have one more game to come up after this, and I'm actually pretty excited for this one. It's Cloud9 versus Applesauce. Applesauce, of course, being your previous Fibian team, and a lot of people expecting that Fibian back then, now Applesauce, were to make it to the RLCS, and of course, Cloud9, your best, pretty objectively North American team right now. So this match is going to be pretty fun.
Yep, and we saw Cloud9 go the distance with Hammers, which is the lowest seeded team in the tournament, for almost had that first round upset. And then Applesauce also went to Game 5, so very close series from those teams so far today. We'll see how they fare against one another. Cloud9, they weren't looking invincible, and Applesauce is going to look to take them down.
Yeah, and you guys can predict on this. Again, remember, there are prizes for predicting correctly over this weekend, the 2 days. At the end of the 2 days, there will be 3 winners. First, second, and third place prizes, courtesy of CyberpowerPC. Make sure you get your predictions in cyberpowerpc.cevo.com. There should be a command and chat there. If not, just remember what I just said. Go replay it, clip it, and get to the website. And make sure you get your predictions in. The second these players hit the field, you can't predict anymore. So you want to get as many as you can to stay at the top of the leaderboards. Coming up next, Cloud9, Applesauce. I want to give a shout out, of course, to all the sponsors, Amazon, Intel, Western Digital, NVIDIA, and MSI for making this possible. And of course, CyberpowerPC for this $5,000 prize pool. We'll be back in just a few. C9, Applesauce, you don't want to miss it. Last match of day number 1.